Moments with Dr. Greta brought to you by the Ashley Clinic in Chanute, Kansas. Crunch time, interesting phrase. When it comes to the crunch, was said by Sir Winston Churchill in 1939, or at least popularized at that time. And of course, he had big world problems that he was coming to the crunch about. But how about you? Do you have a time frame now where it's going to be crunch time for your family? When school comes, we oftentimes have to think about routines. And there are many kids who have gotten in the habit of staying up really late and getting up late. And so it may be crunch time for you to consider how to change that pattern so that the beginning of school won't be quite so bad. Well, why is this important? There was an interesting study out of the journal Sleep, and they were looking at kids who had irregular sleep patterns and late bedtimes, and they were wondering, does it have any effect on their behaviors or on their grades? So they took 15-year-olds and they put a wrist accelerometer around their wrist, and they watched their behaviors. When did they go to sleep? When did they get up? And then they ask about things at school and at home. Were there any suspensions, expulsions, and what grades did they make? Well, they found that the kids who had irregular sleep patterns and went to bed late had many more problems with all of these things. They just didn't get along well with others, and their grades were very poor. So the important thing is think about crunch time now. Is it crunch time at your house to look at that behavior and slowly start to change? If your kids are going to bed at midnight or 1 o'clock, maybe have them go to bed half an hour earlier for a couple days and then another half an hour earlier, and try to get to your regular sleep time before you get into the beginning of school. So give your kid a hug and decrease that crunch time. I'm Dr. Greta.